That's the question for you. How many of y'all heard of NASCAR? Raise your hand. We are at a refueled and on fire conference. I didn't know y'all realized that the cars go around the loop-de-loop thingy, right? So those of y'all that the race is, the cars go around the loop-de-loop thingy about 400 times, and you probably shut off in the first 15 minutes, right? But that's all right. That's all right. But for the purpose, we're all going to be NASCAR followers today, right? And I heard some interesting things. In NASCAR, that car goes around the loop-de-loop thingy, the track, 400 to 500 times, all right? And then they come to something after they go on their journey called a pit stop. And how many of you have heard of a pit stop, right? And if you don't, you're going to learn today. You're going to learn today. Just go like this, right? So you're going to learn today, right? And they come to a pit stop. Now, the pit stop, before I started doing research, I thought the pit stop lasted like 2 to 3 minutes. But in this race that they're going 400 to 500 times, it goes, go room, room, go room, room. Put on bass in it, room, room. It takes about 2.8 seconds at an average pit stop for them to do 3 things: to replenish, to refit, and to resume. That room, room you just did, we did room, room. Okay, we add a little bit room to it a little bit. All right, that's about 2.8 seconds. The fastest pit time was 1.8 seconds. That's like a achoo, right? Achoo, right? But to have that, you have to have a specific skill. You have to have a team. And in purpose, because I'm going to talk to you today about purpose pit stops. And in our life is like the NASCAR. We don't have 400 to 500 laps. Some of us have 80 laps. Some of us have 70 laps. Some of us have 60 laps of your lifetime that you have to have. And what's important is to question yourself in this race of life, do you have a pit team? Whether you have it or not, you have a pit team, because somewhere in some way you have a pit team, but is your pit team worth having? Is your pit team intentional? So I want you to switch your mindset to start looking at your life. And the reason why sometimes we struggle with identifying our purpose is we struggle with accomplishing our purpose is because we have a bad choice in a pit team crew. And I want you to adjust that today. So there are 3 R's I told you that we're going to talk about today that are important for you to adjust and maximize so that we can all end this race as champions. You see, the end of your race is, did you do what you were called here to do? We all have a different finish line. And the criteria for meeting that finish line is your purpose. And you want to make sure in your life, your team can make you move faster. Your team can create opportunities for you to open doors that you could not open before. Your team can make it so that you have favor just following you around wherever you go, because your vehicle that you're choosing to ride is optimized to its fullest potential. What is your team doing for you? So that first R is replenish. Let's talk about that. Who's replenishing you? Look at your relationships. Are your relationships giving you the optimal fuel for life, or are your relationships burning like water in the gas tank? Are your relationships parasitical, meaning that you are giving to all the systems in the world around you, but you're not getting the maximum output? If you find yourself that every year you're going through the same depressing loop, who's replenishing you? Because if you can't live off an empty cup, right? I always have people around me that are in my special team that are replenishing me. They are replenishing me with my attitude sometimes. They replenish me. When I give out, they say, "Are you okay?" I checked in with my sister and I said, "Are you okay?" I hadn't seen her in a while, and I said, "Are you okay?" And this is your brother asking. That's a replenishing relationship. When you find yourself in the situation that you're giving more than you're getting back, that's something that's slowing your purpose fuel down, and it's slowing you down. Say, I want to have a maximized, purposeful life. Maximize purposeful life, right? What type of fuel are you having? And it's funny because when you watch the pit car team and the car pulls up, they go, the guy comes in there, those are tires. If you got imagination, that's 4 times. 4 times, right? They're doing it more than 4 times. You got to fire the refit team, right? Because you only got 4 tires, right? So that's the other part is your refit. Your refit. Who are you allowing to do the mechanics on you in your life? Do you have mentors? Do you have coaches? Do you have people that are pouring into you for your next level? People are like, Champ, I see you all over the place. Champ, you were in Indy in January. You were in Houston on February. You were all over the place in April. And the reason why I have that is because I have people that touch my platform to take my platform to another level. I just don't let anybody coach me. So criteria for coaches are they on the next level that you're going to? Do they got the receipts? Dr. Marcia, she has the receipts, right? When you look at the refitting, because what they're doing is they're fine-tuning and making sure that the lug nuts are tight. You don't want to be out here with a coach that when you leave out there, the wheels fly off. Have you ever seen those NASCARs where they pull off and all of a sudden you see smoke coming up the back of the engine and the wheels come off? You don't want that. You need a coach. Everyone needs a coach to take them to the next level. Nobody is exempt. And then I always say there's 3 types of mentors. There are my mentors from afar. Those are the ones I may not be able to afford, but they're in public spaces that I can leech off of. Okay? I can go on YouTube University all day long and learn. I have mentors on mentors on mentors that are YouTube universities. And then I have mentors that coach me, that I give permission to speak into my life. You got to give your mentor the permission to call your crap and your nasty attitude a nasty attitude, and you got to take that readjustment. Otherwise, you only get a half fitting, and what happens is your wheels come off. Or you don't get the friction from the wheels that you need to, and you wear your wheels down further than they need to be, and it won't last you to the next pit stop. So we said replenish, we said refit, and that last one is they're there to get you to resume. Say resume. We got to get back in the race. You got to make sure that you are all aligned, that when they touch your car, that you are optimized and fully ready to take on the race for the next level. Say with me, replenish. Say it like you love it. Replenish, refit, resume. There we go, resume. I'm Champ I Am. Here you go. The champ is here.